Hey everyone, Tin Man here, back with some more Dota Underlords up in Lord of Whitespire. Currently top 300-ish. I think I'm, 280. Not too bad, hoping to keep on climbing. I got a pair of axes here. Axe is definitely the best one to pick on turn 1 because he gets the extra kills for the Brawny Alliance. Question is, do I want to lock for a second axe? I would also get a Drow Ranger who does kind of go into a lot of builds with Brawny, because you want to play Beastmaster, who's a hunter, and therefore you want to play more hunters, so Drow Ranger kind of fits into that. So I would be pretty happy if I picked up Axe and Drow Ranger next turn. Of course, by locking here, it kind of excludes me from the possibility of picking up Beastmaster on turn 2, but that's okay. There's actually a good debate earlier today on a Discord server about between Embarrassment of Riches and Chainmail as a pack 1, as a round 1 pick. In the past, I've always kind of been on the Embarrassment of Riches side of that argument, although there was some compelling arguments about Chainmail just being a really strong item at all points in the game, and do you really think that the improved value of your items over the course of the game are going to equal an entire Chainmail item? It's kind of close, and there's good players on both sides of the argument there. Personally, I've always been on that Embarrassment of Riches side, but we'll give the Chainmail first pick a try. And if our items are really bad this game, well, we have no one to blame but ourselves. Alright, so we've got our 2 axes. We also get a Helm of the Undying, which is really great. I do like Barricades a lot, but I think it's kind of middle of the pack of the tier 2 items, and Helm of the Undying is one of my absolute favorites, so I'm going to be happy to pick that up here. Okay, instead we get Double Luna, who's definitely a better option than this Drow Ranger at the moment. So yeah, I'm going to pick up Double Luna. And we're going to do something like this so that we hopefully get Luna killed off after she gets 1 or 2 autos out, and then she won't steal any of the kills from the axe. You know, just in case we still do want to go towards this Brawny build. But Double Luna makes a compelling case towards Knights, and if I'm looking around, there's one other person who has a much better Brawny start. They've got Double Beastmaster. There's really no one who's picked up any Knights, not even... there's one Batrider been picked up by one player. That's not a lot. No Lunas or Chaos Knights except for us, so looking good on that front. I'm not a huge fan of Blink Dagger in Knights builds. I'm even less of a fan of Force Staff. So I'll pick up Blink Dagger. It does work well with Witch Doctor, in particular, is a good one to put it on. There's a Beastmaster, so we kind of have some options here, right? Between Brawny and Knights, and I think Pudge goes into the Brawny build, and for Luna, there's nothing here that goes into a Knights build, so we can kind of hedge between these 2 options here by picking up the Beastmaster. Obviously, we're going to want to play the Brawny units first to hopefully get them the kills, because Luna doesn't matter if she's in or out. As long as she gets up to 2 stars, she'll be just as effective no matter how many kills she has. And at 1 star, Luna is not even all that appealing. In reality, I think a 1-star Beastmaster is better than the 1-star Luna. Of course, he didn't actually get his cast off until way too late because of the Anti-Mage. But hopefully he gets a faster cast off with Blink Dagger, whereas Luna with a Blink Dagger doesn't really do anything. I pick up the Tiny here, who's going to be a great unit at 2-star if we get it. There's an Axe, so that consolidates those. I think I want to Chainmail on him, and then I think I just play... Actually, no, I just play double Warriors, right? So we get up to 3 Warriors. And we'll put the Helm on Tiny, because he actually has a relevant ability to cast while he's in the Undying state. Whereas Pudge, he also has a much longer cooldown on his ability, which means it's less likely that a 4 extra seconds of Undying is going to buy him some extra time, as opposed to Tiny, who has a... Oh, I guess he also has a 10-second cooldown. I was used to him being a shorter cooldown, which he does have at higher levels. But at 1 star, he's the 10-second cooldown, so it's pretty irrelevant here. Unfortunately, this target buddy, this is going to wreck us. Axe just dealt so much damage to this target buddy instead of, Killing off the low health champions right next to him. That's unfortunate. But we do get a free reroll for, what, 2 damage taken? Yeah, not going to complain about that. Alright, what do we got here? We've got... a Drow Ranger, we got an Axe and a Bat Rider. I think our build is still pretty strong. Obviously, we were weak to that target buddy. I think I'm actually just going to sell off these extra here to get up to 9 gold before we spend anything, on the hope that if we win the round, we'll get an extra point of interest. And if not, you know, now we're going to spend our gold once the round starts and clocks in. I'm going to see if we're going to win first before I kind of determine if I want to like maybe blacklist the Queen of Pain. She doesn't really fit into either of these builds. She's a great unit, don't get me wrong. Looks like we are going to lose. So I think we're just going to blacklist the Queen of Pain and just use the free reroll without it. Well, we're still split between both options here, right? We get the Chaos Knight and another Axe. Slaughter is probably just better than Tiny, just as a comparison 1-to-1 unit here. Slaughter does more damage. And still trying to figure out which direction we want to go. There's a Witch Doctor, which brings us a bit more towards the Knight's side. Seen so many Wind Rangers, which do work well with the Beastmaster Hunter kind of deal. She's not my favorite one to put in. I don't know what to pick. I think we're just going to sit here for another round. Buy the Witch Doctor afterwards and then reroll if we lose. We might be going on a losing streak, but I'm accepting of that at this moment. If we go on a losing streak, that also gets a bit more gold, because I don't know if rerolling a lot's going to help us win. We really want to make this decision here to start selling off for interest. It looks like we are going to lose again. So I'm actually just going to sell off Tiny, by the Witch Doctor, reroll a second Slaughter. How many other people going for Knights? See, the thing is, no one else has Knights right now. There's 2 people out of Brawny, 3 if you count us. No one has any Knights. So like that's what really is making me think about Knights. And we just keep getting all these Axes. I mean, kind of pick that up and no one even has like Knights on their bench. I feel like Knights are just so open right now. I'm gonna sell off Slaughter. Grab interest. I'm a little too late to be grabbing interest. We're already really low on gold. Somebody already has 30 gold of interest. Oh god. Because we're losing a lot of gold by holding so much value on our bench. But I think it's important to be able to make the right decision between these two. They're both strong options, and I think potentially losing, you know, 3 or 5 points of gold is a reasonable price to pay for the improved choices we have. If we choose a better build here, we actually won, which I'm a little surprised by. And we're about to get hit at a level up. So I don't need to reroll. We can reroll on level 5, which will hopefully give us better units. Here's a bunch of Lunas, so definitely going to put in Luna 2 as my new unit. Buy the second one, use the free reroll. Nothing really here that goes either direction. Do I just commit to Knights at this point with a Luna 2? I kind of think so. Oh crap. These are wrong items. I didn't realize that I took the Helm of the Undying off. I wanted to put that on Chaos Knight. Okay. Well, I didn't even get to sell off in time for interest, so too busy thinking, not actually acting. Oh well, we get 1 point of interest here, so we're going to be behind on net worth. We probably have lowest net worth in the game. Yeah, pretty much. And we're about to take a big chunk. That's okay. I think with Knights being this open, if we're the only player in Knights, that's got to be a good choice, right? As opposed to so many other people in Brawny. And we don't even have a 2-star Beastmaster yet, and he doesn't have that many kills. Our Axe has quite a number of kills, but that's not quite as important. Okay, nothing here that goes either direction. I guess I can use the free reroll just in case. Okay, more Lunas, yeah. Let's get rid of the Axes. Can I just get rid of all these for interest? Yes. Then we just run like this Knights build. We just want to sell off to get much gold as possible. Because we are behind on interest, we need to be aggressive about trying to increase that. So if we just commit and let's do it. Yeah, if I don't have a 2-star Beastmaster by round like 10, or I guess I could wait till like round 12 or something to really try to get it, but if you don't have it in the opening few rounds, he's gonna take a long time to get those stacks up. Even though we did have the axes a little bit less important into that type of a build, and the fact that there were no other Knights players, and there's one other Brawny player. There was a second when we scouted earlier. We already have one Helm of the Undying. I'm not a huge fan of grabbing another one, mainly because I just wanted on Chaos Knight like long term, and who else is going to have one? So I'm going to pick up Aegis. I like Aegis of the Immortal when you're just really playing for placement. If you're trying to, you know, if it's win or go home, then Aegis obviously doesn't help you in that regards, at least not very much. But there have been times where I would lose the game, you know, and take fatal damage, but the Aegis keeps me alive, and then I come back and win the game. That happens occasionally. So in any case, I like Aegis a lot, and although I do like Helm of the Undying, I already have one, so I think it has a bit of diminishing returns in Knights build specifically. You could put it out on somebody like Abaddon or Omni Knight. I mainly like it on Chaos Knight late game. Obviously, Chaos Knight right now is our main frontliner. He's like our only guy in the front line, so we want to give him the better armor item and give like our big damage dealer the Helm of the Undying. But long term, we're going to want to move like this chainmail over to an Omni Knight or Abaddon, and then move Helm of the Undying up to Chaos Knight. But that'll come a little bit later. Barely lost that one. Now, so we can use our free reroll now. Or I could like save it to use next turn if we win. I don't know that we're gonna win. I'm just gonna use it now. Pair of Terrorblades. I don't really like Terrorblades and Knights, obviously, because you want to play Chaos Knight. But it is a pretty good unit. Anytime I find a pair like that, I'm gonna be interested, even if we don't end up using it. Witch Doctor blinked straight into a taunt. What a smart guy. This Pudge is annoying because my Lunas are not bouncing their blades. He's just standing right next to the one, the single guy. And then he also messes up my formation. I do like the target buddy here, letting me bounce, but then we just lose. Okay. So glad I didn't hold on to the reroll. I was going to lose it anyway. So let's pump our gold in to level up. Hopefully hit some Abaddons and Omni Knights. We haven't seen any of those yet. We're a 2-star Terrorblade. I mean, I'm going to play it. And I think I'm going to play it, you know, over the Chaos Knight, because I still want him to have the armor. And we need more frontline, more than we need another Luna there. So I'm actually going to just throw in a Pudge. Let's use our free reroll. Did not find anything better. We don't need more Lunas, we need more beef up front. So Pudge, I think, is a better fit than the extra Luna. Certainly better than a 1-star Luna here. Terrorblade is like kind of a frontliner, right? I really actually like that he got tiny tossed to the back. That was like the best thing that could have happened to him right after he transforms. Oh, but he still got killed. Oh no. Okay, he got enough damage out. We do win. Whew. It's close.
These wretches will never threaten Knights.
So I really don't think we're gonna stick with Terrorblade long term, because Knights are, you know, still clearly open. There's a lot of people on Scrappy. There's 4 people running Scrappy right now. So, but eventually we want to move to Chaos Knight. But as long as Terrorblade is 2-star and Chaos Knight is 1-star, we're gonna stick with the Chaos Knight. I think Helm of the Undying is better than Blade or Blink Dagger on Terrorblade right now. Just because there's nothing else better for the Witch Doctor and nothing really else better for the Helm of the Undying. So I think, you know, maybe in absolute, a Blink Dagger is better on Terrorblade. But given the idea that, well, we need to properly assign Blink Dagger and Helm of the Undying, we could either use it on Terrorblade or on Witch Doctor, and I think the best use is on Terrorblade here. Like so. Okay, we lost that against that was their first win. I'm kind of disappointed that we gave somebody their first win. But we killed their losing streak. So I guess that's something. I guess that is something. Alright, so creep round. I'm just gonna flip-flop here. By the Chaos Knight, by the Abaddon. So Abaddon's gonna be better than like this extra Luna because it'll give us the Heartless Alliance. And I'm just going to wait to use my free reroll until at least next turn because I don't want to... I'll see 5 new units and then I get to blacklist all 5 of them if they're all not units that I want. Whereas if I use the reroll right now, I only blacklist these units, which is a less... I'm getting less use out of that mechanic. Alright. We're really hoping for Mask of Madness above all else here, because that is like a key item on Luna. Alternatively, a Fall from Grace would be quite strong, and so would... What else would be good? Well, really just those two. I mean, I would take something like a Sacred Relic or another good item. Instead, we get none of the above. We get a Vanguard. Man, we're just gonna... We've only really seen defensive items all game. Blade Mail is classified as a defensive item, but is technically offensive. I'll take Vanguard. And you know what, let's actually move Blink Dagger over to Terrorblade, Helm of the Undying. Oh no, never mind. I thought if we didn't pick up a defensive item there, I would make that swap around.
No one is safe.
Ooh, hello. Another Luna 2. She's gonna be better. She's not actually better than anything right now. I don't want to lose the troll buff.
I hope this sorry.
No, probably Luna would be better than Batrider actually, even though I would lose the buff. I don't know actually, it's kind of close. It would be better than Batrider, because I don't lose the Knight's buff, I would just lose Troll. Alright, let's pump gold into level up. We've lost a lot of rounds, but we're not actually that low in life. We're still at... What are we at, 63? That's still pretty reasonable for this point in the game. Of course, there's one person who's undefeated, so I'd like to be that person instead. Alright, so we're going to get this Luna in here. At what point do we try to get Chaos Knight back in? Don't want more Terrorblades. Let's use our free reroll. Do want another Batrider. Perfect. So I'm going to get a 3-star axe. Dang. I'm still running 1-stars. It's not really ideal. I think I may need to reroll a little bit here at level 7. Not right now, but like next round we may want to, you know, instead of pumping gold onto levels, spend, you know, 4 or 5 rerolls. I think that might be appropriate. I'm just trying to find upgraded Chaos Knights, upgraded find a Necrophos or something along those lines. Oh. That was interesting. While he was in the Undying state, he transformed, and I didn't actually see what happened to the Luna that he transferred with. Did it like instantly kill the Luna? Because he was obviously at, you know, 0 health or 1 health or whatever it's coded as. Ooh. Yeah, and now we're taking big chunks here, so I do need to spend some rerolls. There's an Omni. There's a Chaos Knight. Alright, so Chaos Knight I think is finally better than the Terrorblade. There's a Witch Doctor. And there's a couple more. Okay, let's get rid of Terrorblade. Buy the Dragon Knight. And then... Actually, can I just do... Oh no, Dragon Knight doesn't give me 6. I thought it gave me 6 knights. Who am I missing? Oh, I need to put the Omni Knight in, obviously. Okay. Obviously you put Omni Knight in. I had it, I just didn't put him in yet. Okay, whatever. This is actually probably pretty bad because it loses us our Heartless bonus. Ooh. Is Omni Knight just better than a second Luna here? For that much of a damage reduction, I think it is. I think this will be an improvement. I still think I need to reroll a little bit here. We are still pretty weak because we don't have star levels on anybody. Do I go down further than this? Do I go down below 50? I really don't want to drop below 40 here. I don't really feel like we've upgraded much. We'll see. It's only one more turn, and then we are going to level up to 8 anyway, on around 21. So, you know what? We'll hold on to it. Alright, this is looking pretty good. We're not going to lose by much here if we lose. Actually, we're going to win here. That's really good. I thought we were getting stronger. I just wasn't entirely sure exactly how strong we were getting. The human silence has been really strong. That Tinker should have shot like once or twice more than he did just because he got human silenced. That's partially an argument against Fall from Grace, but of course the chance to silence a little bit is probably outweighed by 5 less armor. Okay, so now we're looking to get up to level 8 and then throw in another undead, preferably Necrophos, because we would also complete the Warlock Alliance, but if we don't find that, a Pudge or Drow Ranger would also be acceptable. Or, I guess, barring either of those two, just another 2-star Luna would also improve our board considerably. We could also look if we find a dragon, if we find 2-star Dragon Knight. So, one of those 3 possibilities. Assuming we get nothing next round, Luna's probably the obvious choice, and if we do get something, we're going to look for a Necrophos or a dragon. And Dragon Knight too. Probably do want to reroll just because we're lower on life. We're going to get up to like 47-ish gold here. And then we want to reroll a little bit. There's the Mask of Madness. Probably reroll down to 40, maybe 35. Or somewhere in the 30 range. Depending on what we find. So Mask of Madness, great item. Like really ideal on Luna. And we're pretty close to a Luna 3-star. Oh, hello there. Really close to a Luna 3-star. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, so I'm not going to drop below, because we did find one of the optimal units to put in. I don't need to reroll much lower. Like, if I didn't find anything, I would have rerolled a couple times. But we found some stuff. Let's sit here at 40 gold of interest, then buy Necro, Witch Doctor. That was a really good pack. A lot of assassins, though. Will it be enough? Will it be strong enough? I don't think so. They killed our Luna pretty darn quick, which is painful. I don't think we'll take much, though. He should be able to clean up some of these guys in the Undying State here. No, what? Just do one more auto, man. Instead of throwing his thing, and it left it at 12 life. That's unlucky. That's all right. We're a couple away from, or one away from a lot of upgrades, so now we're going to reroll a lot, because I can't afford to keep losing any more life. There's a Witch Doctor. There's 3-star Luna. Hello. And a 2-star Omni. All right, those were some good upgrades. We can sit at 30 now. That was really good. I still think our item distribution is correct. Kind of the more exposed units, the Omni Knight, the Abaddon, closer to the center here, get the better defensive items, and then Chaos Knight wants to be off to the side, so he doesn't take very much aggro initially, and he can kind of come in and only have 1 or 2 people on him. And Luna gets hooked in, but she's not stuck in there with you, you're stuck in there with her. He's gonna go crazy. Did my mouse get disconnected? I think my mouse just got disconnected. Let me plug that in. Yeah, it was weird.
These wretches will never threaten Night Silver.
Alright, so pretty strong right now. Still one away from 3 different upgrades over here. But, oh, I actually want to buy that Viper. I was just about to say we want to start looking to get towards level 9 because from this point we're not close to, like, we have these couple upgrades to find, right? But then after that, we're really far from any 3-star units. And so at that point, we're probably going to be like, all right, when we get up to level 9 to get the Dragon in, if we get Dragon Knight, which we just did. So I'm really glad we picked up that Viper just in time. And then, so that'll probably happen around 25 in 2 rounds here. And that's when we're going to be really hoping we find a damage item for Dragon Knight. You can really hope to find Daedalus or a Moon Shard or some good damage item to make best use of his transformation on round 25 here. And then we obviously are going to look for 2-star Viper as well. So I think we just sit tight and level up here rather than trying to reroll for Abaddon and Necrophos, which would be upgrades, but I think getting the Dragon Knight transform is going to be a better upgrade, and we can just like kind of passively find these guys over time here. So let's just sit on our hands for the next 2 rounds, not reroll, not spend anything unless it's one of those 3 units. Or, I mean, just one of the units we want to buy. But we're just not going to reroll, is what I mean. I guess it's only 2 rounds, round 24 and 25. So nothing here. We're at a good point of interest. We're at 41 gold. No reason to do anything. Somebody's already got eliminated. That's one of the Scrappy players that just never really got it together because a lot of people are on Scrappy. Well, it was 3. But we correctly identified that no one else was going into Knights, and that's looking like a pretty good decision because we've been able to find the Knights relatively easily. We haven't had to reroll down to 0 to try to find upgrades. We found Luna 3-star pretty reasonably, who is probably the biggest 3-star to really have. Oh my god, look at that Omni Knight! Did you see that Omni Knight? He healed the Dragon Knight and just wiped out all of the assassins in one blow. That was crazy. Deals, what, 400 pure damage? Yeah. Just took them all out. That was great. Alright, creep round coming up here. Really hoping for, one of those damage items for Dragon Knight that we were talking about. Also because we just have so many defensive items already that I don't really want too many more. We already have Chainmail, Vanguard, Helm. The Mask of Madness was a really big pickup, but hopefully another damage item will go well. And then once we have Dragon Knight upgraded, we might want to kind of shift our formation back so that Dragon Knight's back in the corner rather than putting him up near the front line or doing like a 3x3 kind of box. I think we might want to make it a 3x3 formation and shift backwards to better protect Dragon Knight because he's going to be our big carry along with the Luna. So kind of put those in the most defensible situation. When they're up here like right now, they kind of are prone to get burst down by assassins, which we saw there's 1 or 2 people playing assassins right now. I guess just 1. The other one got eliminated, but I don't want to risk having Dragon Knight too exposed to just get hit right off the bat. Whereas right now, I think getting everybody up into combat and getting him, since he's melee, into combat first makes the most sense, because a lot of his value right now comes from Breathe Fire. Alright, let's pump gold in here to level. We're going to be low on gold, but that's okay. Put the dragon in. Do something like this. And Sacred Relic? No, there's 2 other people on mages right now who are above me, so we're going to pick up Pipe of Insight. I really want an item or an aggressive item, but Sacred Relic really isn't like the best aggressive item. I was really hoping for a tier 4 Daedalus or Moon Shard, and I think because there's 2 other people on these mages, that a Pipe of Insight on Necrophos is particularly good because he wants to be in the center of the action anyway, and putting it like this will make a lot of sense. And we're in good enough life total, our composition is strong enough that we're probably going to make it to round 30, and then at that point we can hopefully find another item then. They're using Tombstone as a tank. I don't necessarily recommend that. I actually am going to put out I wrote a guide for QIHL on on proper contraption usage. And you can use Tombstone in that way, although it's not really recommended in a lot of cases because it is a very valuable effect, but it works as a tank. I think the ideal usage of it is kind of in the second row and use it as just a spawner, because it spawns a lot whenever it's, right in the second row. You've got a front line in front of it and maybe people jumping behind it. It does a lot of good work. Now that I'm saying this, I'm realizing that I'd never actually made a video guide to the contraptions, so probably would be working on that later today, and hopefully that'll come out tomorrow. So look for that. But I don't necessarily recommend that usage of Tombstone kind of up front as a tank. Although it does work sometimes, especially in a tank-light composition. Who's doing the most damage here? Luna, by a good margin? Seems like it. She got doomed, so maybe Dragon Knight's gotta carry the burden here. Uh-oh. Things are not looking great this fight. That Doom has been really strong. We might actually still win this, now, if I'm being honest. We might still. They have, like, no damage output. And if Abaddon gets another shield off... Abaddon, please shield Dragon Knight. Yes! Buys him an extra 300. I was about to say, we do still win this. That was, what, a 2v4? Abaddon and Dragon Knight versus 4? Not even close. Alright, let's pick up these extra knights. Work towards 3-star. I'm still being a little bit passive on the rerolling because I still think we're relatively strong, and we were never at a spot where it's like it made sense to reroll. Now it does, because we're not close to an interest point, and it makes sense to reroll once or twice there to drop down to 30 gold and just spend what we can on the chance we find a Necrophos or Viper, or just more Chaos Knights. So we'll sit here at 30. I don't think it makes sense to drop below that, and then we'll buy the Abaddon after interest locks in. So look how many alliances this one has activated. Luckily, we've got the Pipe of Insight, which is a little bit helpful, I guess. It's given Dragon Knight an extra 400 health buffer, making Necrophos really hard to kill via magic damage, which means he gets to stick around and cast more heals. Right, like he would have died a lot earlier if he didn't have 50% magic resist, and that gave him a couple extra heals over the course of the fight. So that Pipe of Insight really coming up clutch in this particular fight. And we're in first place. Nice. Climbing on up. Hopefully we can keep this momentum going and close out the game. I think we've got a pretty good blueprint. We're not going to really level to 10. I think we just sit on this and just try to upgrade some 3-stars and upgrade the units that we have. There's the Viper. Perfect. So same kind of logic. We're still at kind of an intermediate, and we're not really going to sell off anything for interest. So let's reroll once or twice. I guess just once, because we found something to buy. Question is, do I want to buy this extra Dragon Knight? I'm going to look to see how realistic is it to actually 3-star him. There's one person who has a 2-star Dragon Knight. It's possible. I guess, I mean, it's kind of free to pick this one up right now, but the question is, comes next turn, is do we sell it off for interest if it doesn't make sense? At what point will we know that it doesn't make sense, right? Dragon Knight, you got this. Ooh, it was close. We actually, if he didn't get an extra, like, if he got some, like, worse Vanguard luck, we might have lost that. Because if he got killed before that extra purification, I think we might have lost that. And we actually eliminated that player because of it. Whew. That was good. That was good. Man, they must be upset having a 3-star Phantom Assassin and 3-star Bloodseeker still getting eliminated. Alright, decision time. So what are the odds? There are 25% odds for level 4 versus a 29% on tier 3. You know what? I think the upside's there. I'm going to sell off the Omni Knight instead to grab interest. And kind of hold on to the Dragon Knight. And we move away from trying to 3-star Omni Knight, because I think Abaddon is a higher impact 3-star because he deals a much bigger AoE, and he actually becomes like a really good damage dealer with at 3-star. Omni Knight is good as well, but he's a little bit more constrained and a little bit less reliable that he does this big burst of damage. So that's why I preferred Abaddon over Omni Knight, and of course Dragon Knight 3-stars are just amazingly good. So we'll go for that. Alright, let's find a Moon Shard or Daedalus here. I think preference towards Moon Shard because Dragon Knight already has pretty high attack value because of his ability. But Daedalus would be acceptable as well. Hey, there's the Moon Shard. Perfect. That's good because the other two options here are not good. Not for what we want. We want all the healing we can get, and we don't need a discount on units. So really happy we had a good item there. Okay, we're about to complete our win streak if we win, so I'm actually going to spend a little bit of gold to reroll, maybe down to 40 here. I guess I can buy the Omni Knight and just resell it if it's not good. Actually, yeah, resell the Omni Knight. You know, I was just hoping that maybe we find the Necrophos in a couple rolls here to just ever so slightly increase our chance of winning here. But we got a good item, which is probably better than any unit upgrade we could find anyway at the moment. Nice, and we just avoided the Tide ult on our Dragon Knight. Might not be good enough, actually. They got a lot of 3-stars. I don't think it's good enough. I think we're dead here. Well, we're not dead. We lose the fight, which is what I mean. I don't know if we lose by much. I think we take out Axe and Tide Hunter here. Oh, no, we don't take out Axe! No! Ugh. That's going to be a tough one to beat. I got 3-3-stars, Lycan, Juggernaut, and Axe. And they're just constantly still scaling up with the Brawny buff. Alright. Time to reroll a lot. I think we're past the point of caring about interest very much. Now it's just about, you know, winning the game, winning the fights. I need to find these upgrades. We've seen so many Omni Knights. There's the Necro. I'm not going to completely ignore interest. I'm still going to sell this Viper to grab up to above 21.
We'll just have to cut our way through.
Yeah, this is... We didn't really find that upgrade after the creep round. Typically, after creep rounds like that, you want to find a big upgrade. I thought the Moon Shard was a big upgrade, and it kind of is, but could have been better. Oh my god, these human silences are huge! That Lycan never got to transform because we just chain human silence them. Oh. You know, I always advocate that Fall from Grace is really good in Knights, but human silences making a good case. Do we actually eliminate them? That's got to be 19 damage, right? 17. Ugh. Thought we moved up another spot. Oh well. Still, same logic. We're still going to keep re-rolling here. Can't afford to even possibly lose a fight. Come on, give me some Chaos Knights. There's a Dragon Knight. Alright. Abaddons are probably not realistic at this point. We haven't found any more, and we're really low on gold, so I'd like to get myself in a spot where if I win, I grab interest at least. I don't think I'm going to win. It's the same one. We didn't find any upgrades since then, so... Doom hit a very bad target, though. Doom hit Batrider, so that's really good for us. If Doom hit something better, if Doom hit Dragon Knight or Luna, can we win this? Oh no, we got human silenced ourselves. Oh no, Luna's good. Ah, Luna's not good. She got crit, I think. I think she got crit by the Lycan. Oh, that's rough. This is a close one. Top 5 all have basically 22 or less life. We're in second. Oh, somebody did get eliminated. Okay, well, it's top 4 at least. There's a Dragon Knight free reroll. Yeah, let's keep going. Another Witch Doctor. I'm not even sure if we can get Witch Doctor to 3, but it's possible. I actually wonder if it's better to switch sides here, because we also lost to this one. Our Ghost Army fought them, and I just think maybe it's we can mix things up by swapping sides a little bit. I don't know if it's I don't like have an exact reason that I think this is better than that side, but other than I know we lost to 2 people on that side, so I don't think it gets worse by swapping sides, you know? Uh-oh. Okay, we might be dead here. We are dead here. Ugh, top 4 with this? Unless someone else gets eliminated first. No. Man. That's... Oh, we have Aegis. We have Aegis. I forgot. I forgot. I'm like, why did we lose? Oh, right. Aegis. I was about to resign and say, all right, you know, good game. You got us. We have another lease on life here. And it's a dragon. Oh, it's the dragon round. Oh my gosh. That's insane. We actually have a very real chance, I think. I thought we were dead, but I think we have a very real chance of winning the game now. Because we're 1 away from Dragon Knight 3-star. And I am totally ready to sell off these Witch Doctors and Chaos Knights if we need to find him. Totally ready to do that. Because Dragon Knight 3-star, if that doesn't win it for us, nothing will. And we get a potential good item. I don't know what good item we could find. There's not really a good item left. I mean, we have all the good items that we need. So it's kind of... Actually, let's go over to this corner. Let's just keep mixing it up. Refresher Orb. And that's the only one that has like combat impact. Who's that good on? It's pretty good on Witch Doctor, actually. Let's leave that on Witch Doctor, Blink Dagger on the Viper so he gets a quick cast off. And let's find this Dragon Knight. There it is. Alright, I guess we get rid of the Chaos Knight because we're furthest away from that. Dragon Knight 3. What's that, 2 videos in a row we've got Dragon Knight 3-star? It's pretty good. Let's see if it's good enough to win us the game. We won last time, and I was about to concede this game because I forgot about our Aegis. But let's see if Dragon Knight 3-star with a Moon Shard is good enough. I think this is probably our best matchup, this opponent here. They don't have any 3-stars. That's got to be good for us, right? And the Enigma didn't hit our Dragon Knight. I think we're... I don't know, our frontline's gone. It'll be close. I don't think we're good enough. Troll Warlord 3-star with the 2-star with the Mask of Madness. Nope. Ugh. Oh man, that's unfortunate. We did get 3rd place though. Somebody else got eliminated before us. Man. What was the stats on that? What was his DPS? Not as huge as I would have thought. I mean, 10,000 is a lot of damage. The problem is, like, our frontline collapsed too quickly, right? Our Abaddon, our Omni Knight, they never even got a cast off. Notice they don't have any magic damage dealt. Yeah, we just weren't tanky enough up front. No 3-star Chaos Knight, Abaddon, or Omni Knight is kind of rough. 3-star Dragon Knight's good. We were kind of like a glass cannon. We had very little defense and all kinds of offense, but against our opponents who are still alive, they've got pretty good defense. Both of them actually have 6 warriors. I didn't realize that they both went up to 6 warriors, which I think is becoming a lot more popular in the meta now. They did get buffed recently. 6 warriors is now plus 20 armor. It used to be plus 15. So that makes a compelling case for that type of build. And so that's understandable. I didn't notice this guy now has 3-star Doom, who is very good, and that's going to be the game. So, yeah, the Troll Warlord, Doom, it was just 2-star when they fought us, but still, good game. We got another 3-star Dragon Knight. We gained some elo out of it. I can't be that upset. So, thank you so much for watching. Really do appreciate it, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.